Dear students, welcome to class 10th English Literature, short stories. Dear students, today we are going to see An Angel in Disguise, written by T.S. Arthur, a 19th century American writer. So let's come to the story. Before that, let us see the main themes of the story. First one is selfishness versus selflessness. And another theme is love as redeemer. So with this, we are going to begin the story. Idleness, vice and intemperance had done their miserable work, and the dead mother lay cold and still amid her wretched children. She had fallen upon the threshold of her own door in a drunken fit and died in the presence of her frightened little ones. So this is the nature of this particular woman, that she was lazy and wise. Wise means wicked behavior, and also intemperance. Intemperance, we know that excessive alcoholic nature had done their miserable work. And the dead mother lay cold and still amid her wretched children. Wretched means miserable or helpless. So what happened to this particular mother? So she had fallen upon the threshold of her own door in a drunken fit. As we already saw, that she was excessively indulgent in the alcoholic nature behavior. So out of fit, drunken fit, she fell down the threshold and she died. Death touches the spring of our common humanity. This woman had been despised, scoffed at, and angrily denounced by nearly every man, woman and child in the village. But now, as the fact of her death was passed from lip to lip in subdued tones, pity took the place of anger and sorrow of denunciation. So, dear children, we see the nature of the attitude of villagers towards this particular mother was not at all good. We know the reason. The main reason is that already she was alcoholic. Moreover, her nature was in a wicked behavior. She was lazy. All these altogether created a negative attitude towards this particular woman in the minds of villagers. So the woman had been despised. Despised means hated, scoffed at, made fun of, and angrily denounced by nearly every man. Angrily denounced means criticized very angrily by every man, every woman, and all, and child in the village. But now what happened? Now the woman died. How she died? In a drunken fit, she fell down the threshold and died. Now, as the fact, she died, and the news of her death was passed from lip to lip in subdued tones, in suppressed tones. Pity took the place of anger. Already we saw that villagers despised her, scoffed her, and angrily denounced. So that attitude changed. Pity took the place of anger, and sorrow took the place of denunciation. Denunciation means criticized severely. So that attitude changed into sorrow. The reason is that, the main reason is that death is the reason. So she died. So once the person died, the attitude of the villagers automatically changed. Neighbors went hastily to the old tumble-down hut. So now the living condition of that woman. So it shows that she was already poor. So she lived in a tumble-down hut. Tumble-down hut means almost fallen down, in a poor condition hut, in which she had secured little more than a place of shelter from summer heats and winter cold. So this we can just say a hut, because the facility is there, it protects her just little more than summer heat and winter cold. No other sophisticated facilities are available in that hut. So she was living in a very poor conditions. So the villagers, when they heard the news that she died, they came to the old dilapidated hut, some with grave clothes for a decent interment of the body. Grave clothes are needed for a decent interment. Interment means burial. She was already poor, so no suitable grave clothes will be available. So the villagers, they acted accordingly and they brought decent the clothes for a decent burial, and some with food for the half-starving children. So already we know that she is poor and the children will be starving. So the villagers became pitiful towards this family when the mother died. So some of the villagers brought grave cloth for decent burial, and some others brought food for the half-starving children. Three children are there. Three in number. Of these three children, John, the oldest, a boy of 12, was a stout lad, able to earn his living with any farmer. So the oldest one is a 12-year-old boy. His name is John, and he is a stout boy, and he can earn his living if he is in the hands of an able farmer. He can earn his own living. And another one, Kate, between 10 and 11. So the second child is a girl. Her age is between 10 and 11, and she was also a bright, active girl, out of whom something clever might be made if in good hands. So Kate also can be useful if she is in the hands of an able person, and she also can earn her living. But poor little Maggie, the youngest, was hopelessly diseased. The condition of the youngest one is not that much able. So she was a sick person. She was not a proper child. She was hopelessly diseased. The reason is that 2 years before, a fall from a window had injured her spine, and she had not been able to leave her bed since, except when lifted in the arms of her mother. So that was the condition of the third child. 2 years before, she fell down from the window and she damaged her spine, and she is bedridden. She cannot move from the bed unless she was helped by her mother. And what is the condition of mother now? Mother is dead. So now the worst condition of that child is that nobody is there to take care of this poor one. John and Kate, they can manage themselves. But here the third one is helpless child. She cannot move of her own, and she needed the help of someone else for moving from here and there, and it was done by her own mother. So okay, children, so this session we know some of the questions are there, that what was the nature of that mother, and how did that mother die, what was the attitude of the villagers towards her, and what changes in the attitude of the death brought to the attitude of villagers, and what are the things the villagers brought when they hear the death of that mother, what was the living condition of the mother, and how many children she had, who was the eldest one, what was the next one, and what was the condition of the youngest child. So like this, lot of questions are there to be answered. So with this, we conclude today's session. Thank you.